The Growth Lab experience was a gift for the Albanian administration and Albanian government, because we managed to create centers of gravity of growth in different sectors that really paid back in relatively short time. There is a case study that we were also using here about the façon industry, textile industry, that together with the CID, the Growth Lab group, we came up with a package with some really good procedural, technical changes and legislative changes to furnish the growth in the sector. And in 2 years, the growth numbers were spectacular, a 24% increase in exports.
We had a huge impact working with the Growth Lab, with Ricardo and the team, especially actually attracting the FDIs and then getting our exports also risen up to about 20%, increasing our exports during the past 2 years. We had a growth of about 30% increase in the garment sector and about 15% in the fisheries sector. Actually, they gave us a clear direction and a structure how to actually organize our country and the institutions also, so that we can attract the FDIs. So what we did, we started closely working with Ricardo, Matt Andrews' team, Dan, the CID team, and then what we did actually, by step, we started transforming the institutions, especially the BOI and the EDB.
I think that's one thing that comes very strongly, particularly from Ricardo, Hausman and the others, is that you just need to take the lessons and see how it applies to you and how you should be applying it, because every case is a unique case, and therefore I would say that unlike using traditional consultancies, which I'm very familiar with, having been an international banker, it helps to be involved in a broader developmental process, looking at the research and being more fact-based.
So the Millennium Challenge Corporation, I think more than probably any other bilateral aid agency or multilateral agency, has been deeply following and adopting many of the intellectual thinking and diagnostic tools that have been developed at the Growth Lab. MCC has been using the model of growth diagnostics, or what we call constraints to growth analysis, constraints analysis, as a selectivity framework for positioning our grant resources in countries, eligible compact countries. And we follow that up with root cause analysis, which also builds on much of the diagnostic work which has been pioneered and developed here at Harvard as well. So there's a close relationship, sort of a symbiosis, in learning from the experience here and applying it at MCC and in some joint work that we've been doing in countries where MCC is active.
My organization invited him to South Africa, where he brilliantly diagnosed the challenges facing the country and in his inimitable way found very useful angles to communicate some very profound insights into the South African dilemma. And so we have published work of his, and we've tried to get as many people of importance in the country to read his work and the analysis that he and colleagues have made about South Africa and its many development challenges.